Good day everyone, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, it's going to be a nice easy strategy that you can go back test. There's a few rules in today's video, so please make sure you watch till the end to understand it fully. I'm going to go through step by step. Also, please leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you like the content. Let's get straight into the video. Okay, so there's a few rules we need to follow. We are going to wait for an impulse move outside the range. We're going to draw our fib from the last high to the low. We're going to look at PD arrays inside the golden zone. These are my levels. You can see the golden zone for me is the 61.8 and the 78 fib level. Then we're going to go to lower time frames. We're going to wait for liquidity to be taken. We're going to wait for market structure shift, enter from the golden zone, and the PD array in the golden zone. So let's go through step by step how this actually looks. All right, so as you can see, we are literally, let's say, in this example that I'm using on this video, we are waiting for a consolidation market. So that's where price is literally bouncing from high, low, and the price is staying in a range. So we are waiting for something like this. As soon as price breaks out, you'll see here on the blue arrow, as soon as price breaks out of the consolidation, we are going to draw our fib from the high to the low, and we want to find our golden zone. As you can see, here we go, we drew our fib from the high to the low. There's our golden zone levels, the 61.8 and the 78.6. So we're going to wait for price to break down, retrace into our golden zone. So price can react from the golden zone or above the golden zone, but the best entry for me that I found with backtesting as well, and not only backtesting, like actually trading different type of strategies, you will see on my YouTube channel, I always wait for a retracement. And there's a video as well that I talk about the golden zone and also like the OTE entry. So we wait for price to retrace there. Then you can mark out your golden zone and you can delete your fib. Now inside our golden zone, we wait and see, okay, are there any fair value gaps? Are there any order blocks, breaker blocks, liquidity inside of our golden zone? And that's where we will take our entry. The reason why we want to see those type of things inside our golden zone is for that extra confirmation. So as you can see, when price enters our golden zone, we are going to wait for this movement, but on the lower time frame. We're going to wait for a liquidity sweep, a market structure shift. We're going to draw our fib from this high to this low, retraced into the golden zone on the lower time frame, and then we're going to take, in this example, a sell. Now this is going to work vice versa if you are in a bullish market as well. All right, so let's get straight into it and let's jump to the actual charts to show you an example there as well. Okay, so there's just a recap of the rules. Everything that we did in the previous one, we wait for the impulse move outside the range, we draw our fibs, we look at the PD arrays inside the golden zone, we go to the lower time frames, wait for liquidity, wait for market structure shift, enter from the golden zone, and PD array in the golden zone. So let's have a look. So this is a 4-hour consolidation range. We used the VIX 75, volatility 75 index. So as you can see, this is a 4-hour range. These are just the touches, so you can see price was respecting this line here, or the box here. So as soon as there's more than 1, 2, 3 touches, you can basically start drawing out your box, and it just confirms if there's more touches, and then you can draw your box. So this is just me showing you there's a touch, 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 touch. Okay, so this is the consolidation range. So we need to find a consolidation zone and zoom out a little bit. So here we need to wait for the break outside the consolidation with a big impulse move. So as you can see, this was our range. This is the big push outside of our range, and then price started to retrace. So there's the big impulse move. So now the next step that we did, we're going to draw our fib from the most recent high to the most recent low. There's our fib level. What's the next thing that we need to look for? We need to wait for that retracement into our golden zone. There I marked out the golden zone. So let's quickly read there. Look what PD array is inside the golden zone 6178 level. So what can we see there? I'm going to leave the screen here a little bit and then see if you can see something. Alright, so let's quickly see what we had. We had a big order block here. As you can see, that was the last up candle before the down move. So there's our order block. I marked it out with the zone there for our order block. These red lines are just that golden zone that I marked out on the fib. So it's basically these levels here, the top and the bottom of the golden zone. I just marked that out here with the red lines. Why? Because I drew out the order block here. Okay, so now you can see price retrace to our golden zone. We are currently inside of our golden zone on the fib level. Now what happens next? Now, as soon as price is inside our 4-hour fib level, what do we need to do? We need to go down to the lower time frames. So you can go down 4-hour, 1 hour, 30 minute, 15 minutes, 5 minutes, 1 minute. Where you see your entry, that's the time frame you're going to stay on then and wait for your entry. Don't go to the 1 minute if you see your entry on the 5 minute. Don't even go to the 5 minute if you can't see your entry on the 15 minute. Like if your entry is on the 15 minute, take that entry. Okay, so we went from the 4-hour all the way down to the 5 minute. Now we are inside our golden zone. Price is making higher highs, lower, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows. We had our liquidity sweep, created a new low. There was another liquidity there. As you can see, let me just zoom in. Price literally took out that liquidity there. We had our market structure shift that was down here. And now we're going to wait for what? Now we're going to draw our fib from this high to this low. Wait for liquidity. Wait for liquidity. Wait for market structure shift. Enter the golden zone. PD array inside. So liquidity. There's the liquidity points there. Here we go. So we draw our high to the low. We have our retracement. There's our golden zone. Remember, we're on the 5 minute. Golden zone on the 5 minute. Now what can we see? There's a fair value gap there inside our golden zone. See, 5 minute fair value gap. And then we enter from there. Where do we target? In this case, this is our order block on the 4-hour. So to be safe, you can target literally this low here, this low here, or you can target the bottom of your higher time frame order block. And this works vice versa as well. So we had liquidity sweep, market structure shift, and draw our fib, draw out our golden zone. Inside the golden zone, there's a fair value gap. enter, and there you had a nice trade all the way down. So there you can see. Let's just recap quickly. We waited for the impulse move outside the range, 4 hour. We draw our fib from the high to the low. Look what PDO raise is inside the golden zone. So this is this block here on the 4 hour. Then we go down to the lower time frame. We wait for liquidity to be taken. We wait for a market structure shift. We enter from the golden zone. We draw our fib, enter from the golden zone. And what PD array do we have inside of our golden zone on the 5 minute? We have a fair value gap, and there you got your trade. So I want you to go back test it. This works on every single pair. Price is fractal as well. So I want you to go, you can go test it on different time frames, everything like that. So I like the 4 hour because I don't have to sit in front of the charts the whole time. And then as soon as price is in my 4 hour zones, then I know I can start looking at price on the lower time frame for an entry. Alright, so I hope you enjoyed this video. If you found it helpful, please leave a like and subscribe. And then yes, I will see you in the next video. Cheers.